What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Wealth Hacker Labs. I'm your host, Jeff Rose. And today we're talking about 5 things that all wealthy people invest into. And these are things that you can invest into even if you don't have a lot of money. We're going to find out what those 5 things are right now. Welcome back to the channel that is dedicated to teaching you new ways to grow wealth that is not taught to you in schools or by your parents. And today we're talking about what wealthy people are investing their money into. What I would love about what these 5 things are, these are 5 things that anybody can put their money into. And what I really love about these 5 things is that these are what I would call income accelerators. So these are things, if you put your money, if you invest your money into them, they will help you grow your income. They will help you grow your revenue that much faster, exponentially faster. Now, the types of investments I'm talking about today are different than your traditional type of investments. We're not talking about real estate. We're not talking about stocks and bonds or putting our money into private equity. What we're talking about today are your non-traditional investments that most people may think as an expense or a cost. But when you start looking at these as an investment, you can see the potential to 10x or even 100x your current income or your current situation. Now, you have to keep this in mind. Whenever I started my wealth building journey, I was flat broke. I didn't really understand investing. I didn't know how to invest. When I looked at wealthy people, I just didn't fully understand how they even got there. My parents didn't have any money. They both filed for bankruptcy. I didn't have any friends or family members that were considered rich. So when I looked at these people that had their huge yacht and their private planes, that was a level of wealth that I fully couldn't even comprehend. I didn't even know what is the first step? What's the first thing that I need to do to begin my journey to amass 1/10 of the wealth that they have? And recognizing I don't understand investing, what are some things I can do? What are some of the things I can put my money into that allow me to change my mindset, to allow me to start investing and growing as an individual and growing my wealth? So if you're watching this and you consider yourself to be flat broke, well, these are 5 investments that you can put your money into. So let's go ahead and start with number 1. All right, the first thing that you can invest your money into is accelerated learning. How do you learn a new skill? How do you learn a new trade that much faster? Wealthy people don't want to get rich slowly. They want to figure out a faster way, an accelerated way to make more money and make it that much faster. And one of the easiest ways that you can do that is to accelerate your learning. How do you learn something faster than having to go through that entire experience yourself? Well, one of the easiest ways that you can do that is read books. Reading books from successful business leaders, successful entrepreneurs that have already accomplished what you want to accomplish. That is an easy, inexpensive way that you can accelerate your learning. And it's no surprise that successful businessmen like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are avid book readers. These guys read tons of books every single year, and they still do. I've talked about countless times on this channel about how reading books has transformed my life. And over my shoulders, actually the top 10 books that have heavily influenced my life, both personally and professionally. So I am a full advocate on reading books if you want to build and accelerate your wealth. Now, another way that you can accelerate your learning is by buying an online course. And I know many critics and haters out there say that an online course is a complete waste of money because you can just do a quick Google search and find all the information you need. Now, the people that say that, I'm guessing that if you had a chance to look at their balance sheet or look at their net worth, there probably isn't anything to brag about. So don't listen to those people. Personally, I have invested thousands of dollars into online courses, all because there was a subject, a topic that I wanted to learn that much faster. And I don't regret any of the money or any of the time that I invested into these online courses because it has made me thousands, if not millions of dollars. The third thing that will accelerate your learning is by investing into a conference. Is there a conference that is in your space, in your niche, that you want to connect with other people in your niche, that you want to expand your network? Maybe it's a conference that you can speak at to showcase your expertise and be considered a thought leader in that conference. A conference that I have attended 9 out of the last 10 years is called FinCon. It's the Financial Blogger Conference. And when I say that conference has made me millions, it has made me millions. I was able to connect with other financial bloggers that showed me things that I had no clue on how to do. I was able to meet new advertising partners, new affiliate partners, just new opportunities that I would never had discovered had I not attended the conference and got to know people in that space. All right, the second thing that you can invest your money into that can accelerate your income is personal coaching. Now, a coaching program or a personal coach, like this is a concept that was foreign to me. When I started my career as a financial advisor, the top producer in my office, this guy was $1 million producer, shared with me that over his career, he had hired not one, but 2 business coaches. And when he initially shared this with me, I was like, wait, what? You're paying somebody to coach you? I didn't get it. And he used the analogy of Tiger Woods at the time, the greatest golfer in the world, how he had hired several coaches to help him with his golf game. And even that analogy didn't really help me fully understand how the personal coach, how the business coach can have that much impact on your career. But it wasn't until I got further along in my career that I hit a sticking point where I hired my first business coach, and then I finally got it. I finally saw how having somebody that can speak into your life, speak into your career from a bird's eye view and can share different things and different strategies that you aren't aware of, that you don't even realize that's what you're doing. Within 3 years of hiring my first business coach, my revenue more than tripled in 3 years. Had I not hired that coach, I'm sure I would have saw some growth, but to 3x my revenue in 3 years, was mind blowing. All right, the third thing that you can invest your money into is a mastermind group. Now, the cool thing about a mastermind group is that it may not require a lot of money or any money at all initially, especially if you're just trying to connect with other like-minded businessmen or women or entrepreneurs. Now, the whole mastermind concept is very similar to my business coaching experience where I didn't fully understand the power of a mastermind group. But after attending several conferences and hearing other successful entrepreneurs that surrounded themselves with like-minded peers and joined and formed these mastermind groups, then I started to think, okay, maybe they're onto something. If this is somebody that is making millions per year and they're in a mastermind group, maybe there's something here that I need to be listening to. So after hearing this more times than I could count, I joined my first mastermind group and I saw it. I saw it and realized it firsthand how valuable it was to have peers, people that were in the space, that were in the trenches with me, that could speak into my life and just have me look at things in a different way and also challenge me to grow. So since that initial mastermind group that I've joined, I've been a part of 3 different mastermind groups, and they have been amazing. They have been able to speak into my life and share the stuff that most people just don't get. They wouldn't understand what I'm going through as an entrepreneur, but they do because they get it. So I want to share just a fun example of how powerful a mastermind group can be. Earlier last year, I started my first mastermind group, and this is with a group of guys that are all successful businessmen. These guys are making good money, but they want to grow personally and professionally. And one of the guys in my mastermind group has been able to add over $300,000 in reoccurring annual revenue. Let me say that again. He's been able to add over $300,000 of recurring revenue every single year because of the advice, because of the guidance of the other men in that mastermind group. And that's not even because of me. That's because of the group of guys, these like-minded men who are all committed to helping each other grow, that could speak into his life and challenge him to try something new. And because of that, he added over $300,000 of recurring revenue. Amazing. That is the power of a mastermind group. The fourth thing that you can invest your money into is a mentor. Seeking some sort of mentorship from somebody that has accomplished or achieved success that you would like to mirror. Now, there is a variety of ways that you can do this. And I think one of the best stories that I can share is by Todd Herman. I was able to sit down with Todd for the podcast. I also recorded the video. And when Todd shared how he was able to seek out his mentor, how he traveled to his place, slept in this dingy motel when he was flat broke, all for nothing. But because of that, his career exploded and he went on to coach Olympic champions, all because of him seeking out a mentor. Now, if you're not sure how to actually seek out a mentor, you can check out another video where I share the things that you need to consider when you're trying to find a mentor. Be sure to watch that video because it's going to give you some good tips in helping you find that mentor that's best for you. All right, the fifth and final thing that you can invest into, and this one is a bit of a surprise, but that fifth and final thing is relationships. How do you build relationships? Well, you build relationships by investing into other people. And you do this by implementing what I call the VBA method. So what is the VBA method? The VBA method stands for value before the ask. How do you give value before you ask a favor, before you ask for advice, before you ask for something in return? And you do that by providing value. How do you provide value? Is that you serve that other person. You find out what do they need. How can you help them? How can you help them achieve success? How do you help them reach the next point or overcome whatever sticking point that they are at? How you serve that other person is how you grow, is because you give value. One of the things that I've been always taught is the golden rule is treat others how you want to be treated. And knowing that and putting myself in those person's shoes, having empathy for what they are going through. Because of that, I go above and beyond for the people that are in my close network. And I want to make sure that I can help out as much as I can. And because of that, because people see that I genuinely care, that I'm willing to help out, they are willing to help out tenfold. I have so many examples where I was willing to help out somebody else that whenever I needed something in return, when I went for the ask, they were willing within a heartbeat's notice to help out because they saw what I was willing to do for them. You provide value before the ask. Invest into those relationships so whenever you need something, if you need something, that person, those people are willing to help. So as you can see, these are 5 things that anybody, even if you're not wealthy, even if you're beginning your journey of building your wealth, that you can invest your money into. And if you do, I assure you that your income will accelerate, your revenue will accelerate, your wealth building will accelerate because you are investing into yourself. So which of these 5 do you know that you need to invest into right now? Whatever those are, if it's more than one, that's fine. Share the one that you know right now that you need to invest your money into in the comments below. And if you got any value out of this video, I would ask for the simple like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I want to make sure that I'm giving you the value and information and resources you need to accelerate your wealth building. This is Jeff Rose reminding you that is your money, is your life, and only you can make it awesome. Peace.